Everyone, this is Ben from Cheddar Flow, and today for our weekly recap video, which by the way, we do these every single week, so make sure to subscribe below. We're going to go over 3 tickers that I think have a ton of potential for this week, and also had a lot of movement in the past week as well. So we're kind of going to recap that, as well as what I think they have in terms of potential for the future. So if that sounds good, we'll hop right into it. All right, so for our first ticker today, it is Facebook, and we did call this one out on our Twitter account, the Cheddar Flow Twitter account. This one had a very bullish pattern on the inverse head and shoulder. So basically head and shoulder, it would be the shoulder right here, head right here, and then the other shoulder right there. Typically it's in the opposite formation, and that's a bearish pattern, but because it's inverse and upside down, we actually have a bullish pattern. You can see right here, we had some very nice volume to support this green day and a very nice green candle that did not sell off much at the end of the day. So my projected pattern that we could see going forward for its trajectory is kind of this right here. It doesn't have to exactly be like that, but I am bullish on this one. I am long on calls for this one as well. I have been from this lower area right here. So we will see how it does. Remember, the NASDAQ is going to play a part in this one just because it is heavily tech focused. So NASDAQ is at all-time highs, but do just be careful about that. But anyways, regardless of that, chart looks really good. Let's look at the flow, because this is the part that's going to really be the game changer. From Friday, if we click on it right here in the flow overview, we had a lot of bullish prints. Very good to see. A lot of sweepers as well. People were trading this intraday, but look at the strikes they're picking. A lot of these were strikes that are further out of the money by quite a bit. 385, that's quite a bit for all of these right here. 345 even, that is out of the money. I like to see those by a lot. 400 even over here. We have expirations in December or later November, so that's also a good thing. People are entering this stock with the thought they're going to go a little bit longer than just trading it maybe intra-week and stuff. So really good to see these. We have an institution by 1.1 million of 365 calls for December 17th. That's a really bullish print right here. The fact that an institution bought that much worth of premium that far out of the money for December, which is this year, that's really good to see. Typically, you'll see them go a little bit further out in terms of expiration. So they're expecting a large move, kind of like I am right now. And that just gives me even more confidence in the trade, just because these guys are really bullish. A 435 print, that's $100 more in stock price that they're predicting for these leaps that they bought. So, and 1.3 million on it too. So these are very, very bullish prints on it. I like to see this. This is giving me the confirmation that we are probably going to continue up, along with how good the chart looks, along with volume. And that's how traders are going to be successful at the end of the day. We have to use all these variables in conjunction with each other, and that's how we'll have our best setups. For our second ticker today, it is Roblox. It had a ton of flow this week, and better yet, we did call this one out 2 videos ago, going into kind of like that metaverse sympathy. We saw Facebook change their name to Meta, and a lot of these metaverse stocks were starting to get picked up as a sympathy to it. Believe it or not, in that 2 videos ago, we did predict that it would have some upside, but we did have to wait for earnings to kind of see where it would be. Earnings hit, and boom, look at this chart right here. We'll just click on it really quick. This thing rocketed straight off of earnings. This volume was insane in comparison to any of the volume it got before. A ton of volume to support this move. Went up a ton. Very bullish candle right here. Had our pullback to this retest level, and boom, shot straight off of it on Friday. So this is a very bullish stock right now. Really nice volume to support all of this right here, along with some very bullish candles as well. So we'll see, based on the flow, where a potential price target could be. A lot of these prints seem to be over 115. So 115 to 120. That's a lot more than the stock price. Current stock price is 107.5, and we closed at that on Friday. So look at all of these strikes that they're picking. A lot of these are over that 115 and especially 120. That's what they're picking. So these people think that this thing is going to continue to go up quite a bit, hit that target of maybe 120, and that would be very bullish for them, or any trader that maybe would take a position in it. So I like the odds of this. Like, looking at all this flow, really, really nice. We have a lot of sweepers, so there are people trading it intraday just because it is making some volatile moves. But also people, if you look at the expirations here, that are holding till potentially December on this one. So I like Roblox a lot. Our position from before, once we were talking about it, is a lot further back. So I have sold most of my position on this one, although trading it, that could be a very viable option as well, just because of how much volume it has. Again, like I said, it's going to be volatile, and there is also more potential for it to go upside because we are over our all-time high. As long as it's closing the daily above all-time high, it is going to continue with that bullish pattern. So we will trade appropriately with it. But yeah, keep Roblox on your watch. This one has been a very large mover lately. All right, and for our last ticker today, I am very bullish on this one, but again, it is, like I said earlier in the video, a bit more speculative. It is a weed stock, TLRY. So we have on our Power Alert feature right here, if you click, all you have to do, by the way, go to the Power Alert tab right here. All you have to do is click on that ticker symbol right here, so TLRY. Once you click on it, you'll have this pop-up open. I find this very, very useful for trades, especially when we see something that's had alerts the past 5 days. And that's kind of a strategy that us at Cheddarflow, we've figured out based on this algo, is if stuff is getting alerts consistently day after day, that's something that could potentially have a massive move in the future. And look at how much this has gone since our first alert, 15.44%. So that's quite a bit already from our first alert, and I believe we could actually go even higher since then. So basically what we're looking at right here, it does show our first spot price on Friday to be down, but technically just based on how many times we have alerted it in the past few days, it has been up 15%. And I believe that our algos are picking it up because they see a lot of strength and potential for it. It didn't happen on Friday technically, but we see some more potential for this following week. So that's why I'm going to go over this ticker. Basically, the strength, 75%, that's quite a bit on this stock. So we have some good potential here with the order flow. If we go actually look at the order flow itself, looking pretty bullish, especially for this stock. Remember, this is not like a big cap or anything. It's just a weed stock. It's had some good moves in the past, but to see prints like these and to see continuous prints hitting the tape, with really very nice strikes. If you look at it, our current price here was 12.72. People are buying 22 strikes, 17.5, 18. None of these are really like in the money that they're buying. Most of these seem to be out of the money strikes for mostly this year, like 11, 19 or 12, 17. But to see that continuous sweepers hitting the tape and also some institutions as well, very bullish for the stock. Because remember, it didn't really have that much option volume in the past. So that's one thing that's unusual. Another thing right here that I like is based on the chart. So we had a very long downward wedge all the way since the beginning of June right here of 2021. We had the downward wedge going right down here, and look at that. When our power alert hit that first day, we had a huge breakout of that downward wedge, and now we curled. We didn't even have to retest. It was that strong. Typically, stocks will retest that breakout level like around here, around like 1050 on this stock. But look at that. We just curled straight off of it, and now we're starting to go up a little bit more. So my first price target would be around that 1550 level, as long as we still have volume going forward. Weed names are starting to get a little bit more sentiment behind it. We saw SNDL have their buyback news after their earnings report and had a ton of volume, by the way. That's very good for this. It's going to need a lot more to have like a massive squeeze as everybody's talking about, just because last time that happened, we had a ton, as you can see over here. But anyways, this one is also another one that broke out. If we just draw a quick trend line right here, look at that. Big breakout off of the earnings. So we are above that level, and it will continue to be bullish as long as we stay above as well. So that's good to see. And we also have ACB as well. That's another weed stock that we have right here. And look at this breakout right here. It's funny how that works. All of the weed stocks within that sector are breaking out at the same time, and that's just kind of what happens when we have sector rotations overall. But yeah, anyways, TLRY, really nice chart, really nice flow as well to supplement that. We've had it on our power alerts quite a bit. It looks like we had a dark pool print as well here, but it seems a bit small. So we'll see what happens with it. Just going to be following the order flow on this one. People are excessively bullish because of the strikes that are that far out of the money. So we will keep that in mind, but otherwise, really like this one and the other stocks that we talked about in this video today. Drop in the comments below what you guys think about these tickers that we are going over, because remember, best thing that we could have is more eyes in the market. Obviously, setups are never going to be perfect. It's all about probability in the market. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you like? What do you not like about these tickers? Yeah, and regardless, appreciate you guys coming out to watch the video, and I hope that we all have a profitable week in the market. So I'll see you.